I will never forget the first time Travis Green came to our church. I will never forget that. Pastor John won't forget that. Travis just called me and said, "Hey, Reverend Sam," he said, "I just want to tell you I'm in town and I would like to stop by in the church." I said, "What?" This was on a Thursday or Friday. Quickly, we put out flyer. Travis Green is coming to our church on Sunday, sir. Before we say Jack, the whole church packed out, outside, packed out, everywhere packed out. On that very day, we're told over 2,000 people could not come close to church. They went back. That was when I said, look at us praying for growth. And God just wanted to show us how unprepared we were. It is not the lack of supply. It is the lack of capacity to handle supply. I think over too much focus has been, God give me, God give me. How about God make me? How about the systems in the church? Sorry, if we're to do a system audit of your organization, from administrative system to marketing system, to the human resource system, people system. If we're to look at all the systems that makes up a healthy organization, what is the health status of the systems in your organization? Oh, somebody said, "Pastor, thank God that is not for church." I hope you do know that some of the most powerful speakers in our country are not the ones with the biggest churches, right? And then you find some people who are very, just not too much, they don't preach heavily, but you find their church is very big. I was interacting with one of them here in Lagos, who is very nice, very simple in the way he preaches, but the church, very big. And I said to him, I said, "Come, let's talk. What's going on?" He said, "Reverend Sam, as far back as 2006, he was going to Saddleback Church, Rick Warren's church in America, to go and study about church systems. And then at 2010, we were like, God, we want to have a breakthrough. This 1,000 barrier, we must cross it." And then I went to meet a senior person that I respected to say, "Sir, what is the secret of growth?" He said, "Sam, sit down and face your work." I said, "Sir, I have faced this work. The work has almost become my face." I said, "Sir, what is the secret?" Pastor Kingsley is here. Those days we normally go and meet some people. Pastor Kingsley and I, when we go there, they'll tell us it's the grace of God. I said, "Sir, how is this grace? For the grace of God that brings salvation has appeared." I said, "Sir, what is the grace that makes church grow?" Somewhere around 2011, I was scanning through materials and I saw church systems. I said, "So church too has system." I'm a science person. And that's how I carried myself. Went straight to Orlando, Florida. Sat down with the person that designed the systems for Saddleback Church. Sat down with him, sir, for 1 week. And that's how the young man began to share with us the systems that